This microcredential deals with plant anatomy and physiology and consists of 5 targeted skills. This targeted skill deals with plant anatomy. Plant anatomy refers to the study of the structure, size, and shape of plants. It is the part of botany, the study of plants, that focuses on the structural systems that make up the plant. A typical plant is made of 3 major vegetative organs of the body: the leaf, stem, and root. There are reproductive parts to flowering plants that include the flowers, fruits, and seeds. As living things, plants are composed of cells. Although plant cells share similar structures to animal cells, such as flexible cell membranes, plants possess thick cell walls that give each cell a rigid shape. Unlike animal cells, plant cells possess chloroplasts, little green structures that capture solar light energy and convert it into food for themselves. Like any complex living thing, plants organize groups of specialized cells into tissue groups that perform specific functions or jobs. Roots play an essential role in anchoring and maintaining plants in the upright position. Not only do they absorb water and minerals from the ground, but they also provide essential resources that allow a plant to produce its own food and survive. Gravity usually dictates where roots form underground and move downward. However, some water plants have floating roots. Root systems typically fall into 2 main categories: taproot and fibrous. Plants with taproots produce one long root that penetrates straight down and provides support and anchorage for the plant. This characteristic can be found on some trees and smaller plants, such as dandelions. Fibrous roots are shorter and shallower roots that grow in a network. Grass has fibrous root systems that branch off at any level within its vicinity and provide access to water and minerals throughout its ecosystem. Within each root are water pipelines or veins that transport vital elements throughout the plant's body. Pipes run down the center of every root, similar to how pencil lead is seen inside its wood core. Each root also features an end cap that protects its tip as it pushes deeper into the soil. On its sides and further back from the cap are protruding root hairs. They serve as the main means by which plants absorb water, minerals, and oxygen. Plant stems serve 2 key purposes. First, they support the parts of a plant above ground, typically buds, leaves, and perhaps flowers, while also transporting food and water between different parts of its own structure. Stems of green plants consist of 3 main layers: epidermis, cortex, and pith. They combine to support their own weight, with thousands of cells lined up, one upon another, and interwoven throughout its structure. As water enters cells, they expand, stretching their outermost elastic cell walls tight against each other and against the stem wall to keep the stem and plant upright. A plant begins to droop when its cell walls lack water and begin to shrink. Woody plants, such as trees, contain lignin to reinforce cell walls and make them more rigid and sturdy. The leaf is where food is mainly manufactured for plant growth and repair through the process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis occurs in chloroplasts found in leaves and sometimes stems. They contain the green pigment called chlorophyll that captures light energy from the sun and combines it with water and minerals from soil. These combine with carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to produce sugar that is food for plants. Every aspect of a leaf's design aims at capturing sunlight for photosynthesis to occur. Leaves are generally flat structures with large surface areas for the best efficiency. Leaves with only one blade are known as simple leaves. Those with 2 or more leaves on a stalk are known as compound leaves. They often look like several smaller leaves attached to one stalk. Leaves grow in patterns to ensure they do not shade each other much. Some plants feature alternate leaves while others use opposite ones. Flowers are the reproductive part of seed-producing plants. Complete flowers contain male and female parts on the same flower. The stamen is the entire male reproductive organ in flowers. The pistil is the entire female reproductive organ. Once a flower opens, its petals serve both to protect its sexual organs and to aid in pollination by attracting animals like bees, birds, bats, and insects. They help to spread pollen, the male sex cells, to the tip of the ovary. Pollen tubes form to unite the unfertilized female sex cells, called ovules or egg cells. Fertilization of the ovules occur and change into seeds. The ovary also changes to produce fruit with seeds. Seeds may be enclosed inside the fruit, like bean pods, apples, or peaches. Non-flowering plants, such as pine trees and fir trees, can produce naked or uncovered seeds on top of pinecone scales. Their seeds are often spread by wind instead of animal pollinators. Finally, remember that plant anatomy refers to the study of the structure, size, and shape of plants. Each structure has a job or function to help each plant to better survive and reproduce in its environment.